go. We're live.
Hey guys, I'll just give everyone like 30 seconds or so just to get ready and get everything sorted for the session today. And yeah, just have a stretch and start warming up, and we'll get started shortly.
Alright. Make sure we're having a stretch while we're waiting. Hey Jai, good to see ya.
Again.
Bit of banter.
Hey guys, I'm Jordan Wood.
And I'm Elise Wood.
And we're Olympic kayakers, and this afternoon we're just going to take you through a little home workout, and it's based around just 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off, and it's the 67 weeks to go time session, which is something that Riley Fitzsimmons and I do. We sort of count down every week to Worlds, and yeah, we call it the countdown till sexy because I've never had a six-pack in my life, and we try real hard to, but I'm yet to get there, so maybe next year will be a first. But we're going to start with some up-down elbow plank, some crunch rotations, some alternating lunges, some leg raises, and we'll do that twice through, and then we'll have 2 minutes off just to sort of recover, have a little stretch again, and then squat jumps, seated rotations, left side plank, and then finish with a right side plank, and then we'll see how we're going for time. But yeah, you don't need any apparatus for this session, but by all means, if you want to add them in and you have them at home, go for it.
We've kind of made up a lot of the exercise names as well because
Yeah.
we're not really sure
Everyone
what
who
things are called.
knows about exercise names and we've stuffed it up, very sorry, but it's the best my imagination could do. But to start with, we're just going to start with some activation stuff.
Hold this down.
Elise is going to run you, demonstrate it, and I'll sort of run through it on what she's doing. So,
What do we got first?
then it got the arms up squat.
Oh yes. So you can hold a broomstick or something like this, but we're going no apparatus today, so just arms straight up. You can explain why. Just doing 10.
Yeah, so we're just doing 10 of these, and it's really important to sort of keep good posture, good form, and yeah, make sure you're just pressing evenly through both feet as well, and getting your legs and glutes activated, along with your scaps as well, sort of just staying up in a nice postural position.
So we're just doing 10 of these, just going through like a nice range, just warming up your glutes and everything as well. 2 more. Next one.
Yeah, and the next one is a 10 times glute bridge. These, if you want to make them a little bit harder, you can do them single leg as well. It's basically the same thing. You just want to get your glutes and your legs firing before the session, just to make sure you don't get tight or anything.
So just doing 10 of these.
Yeah, it's really important to try and make sure you're doing everything evenly, especially before a session. Like, a lot of people do this before they get in the kayak as well, just to make sure it's a good exercise to make sure you're even and sort of symmetrical before you get in the boat.
And if we feel before we hop in the water that you're doing this and maybe your left side's tighter, we'll know to stretch out a bit more or something else. 2 more.
The next exercise we're going to go on to activation is some scap holds. So another kind of kayaking specific one that we do just to definitely get the shoulders and the scaps sort of mobilised and moving. Fun?
So you just want to go like your thumbs up and your arms are like in a Y position, and rather than like lifting from your elbows, you want to kind of like bring your scaps down and kind of lift from your scaps rather than your arms. I'm probably going to do it wrong, but you can judge me.
No, I don't do this. So. Yeah, so what you want to do is try and come up and then pinch your scapulas together and then lower them in sort of a, I don't know, smooth manner where you're activating all the little muscles around there as well. Now, as you can see, Elise is activating with this lower section, so she's pulling her shoulders back and opening up her chest at the same time.
1 more.
The next exercise is Ascap Push. So
I do this a lot because I have shocking scap control.
I should probably do this more, but I don't do it.
So you can do this exercise, like you can take your bum right down and do it through your lower back, but we do it a lot through our scaps, so it's more like a scap push, so pushing as far up through you can, or as you can through your chest, and then you sink down as far as you can. So we just do 10 of them. So it's like making your scaps kind of separate and then sinking them together.
Yeah, you try and sort of push your shoulders away from your back and sink into it again.
10 of these.
It's also good to do if you have a stiff back and you can sort of get moving before you jump on a roller or anything. You'll get a much better stretch through that.
Alright! That's like a mini warm-up. We don't really have time to do like a really lengthy warm-up. Sometimes before we hop in the water we do like, 15-20 minutes of warming up. So nice little 5-minute pick-me-up will do for today.
Well, now that everyone's done with their warm-ups, we'll get into the session, and if everyone has a stopwatch there, it'll be handy to have, and you can set it. And we'll count yours in, and then we'll get started with the
Do you want to start straight away?
up, down, elbow plank. I might demonstrate it first.
So we'll do 4 exercises in this first set. So the first exercise is an up, down, elbow plank, which is what we've called. So it's just down, up for 40 seconds. And if you can't do it on your feet, you can do it on your knees as well. The next one is, we're calling it a crunch rotation.
Which is
This one, Riley Fitzsimmons knows it well.
And we'll call halfway, and then you can swap to the other side. So it's just 20 seconds on each side. Then we're doing some alternating lunges. So I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory. So just going forward on one leg, then forward on the next leg.
If you have any dumbbells or anything, feel free to use them in this exercise. You can make it a little bit harder for yourself. I will not be, because I went running yesterday and I don't run very often, so my legs are smashed.
And then we're going to do some leg raises as well. So just lying on the floor and obviously just up, down. And if you're really feeling like you've got a strong 6-pack or 8-pack, you can do a pulse at the end. Jordan's going to do that, aren't you?
Yeah.
I only got 67 weeks to get a 6-pack, so I need to get moving.
67 weeks till sexy, let's go. Okay, so do you want to call watches? I've just got a big stopwatch for my computer that I'm going to start, because we're a little bit blind.
Everyone ready to start? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So up, down, elbow planks. I'm going to go this way so I can see. Let's go.
With this exercise, it's not really about speed, it's just about keeping it controlled. You don't really go too hard in the first 15 seconds and burn out later on in the session.
Halfway.
Make sure you keep a consistent pace. You're stabilising through your shoulders, not overloading anything.
10 seconds. 2, 1. Yep. So 20 seconds off. So in all of these, you want to try and get as many reps as you can done in that 40 seconds, but without obviously crumbling through the whole set. So it's about pacing yourself.
Definitely use the rest to recover for that next section as well.
3 seconds. 2, 1. Yep. So it's just going to the opposite knee.
Really try and get that elbow to your knee.
So we're going 20 seconds on one side and then swap your knee. 10 seconds. Two, one, swap.
You'll probably notice that one side is probably a little bit easier to do it than the other. But just make sure you have, on that side that you find a bit harder. Just try that extra little bit just to make it even.
5 seconds. Yep. So 20 seconds break. Take a breather.
We're going to move on to the alternating lunges.
So trying to move through all different kind of places in your body so we're not overloading one after the other.
You can
5 seconds.
do a little jump at the end in between these as well if you want, but we'll see how we go. I might.
Well, you're going for the backwards technique. I'm going for the forwards
Yeah,
technique.
I like the backwards technique. I think it.
Don't think it really matters. If you're really feeling good, I feel like I'm not going to demonstrate it, but you can go like, yeah, there we go.
Just make sure you
thanks.
try and keep your hips nice and stable, nice and straight. You don't fall away to one side, which I'm doing at this point in time. Just make sure you keep it even.
10 seconds.
Put a little extra effort on that fore side.
2, 1, yep, 20 seconds off. Next one we've got is leg raises. Like we can go sideways.
Oh yeah, sideways will probably work well.
10 seconds. Try to have your arms straight by your side for this one. 2, 1, yep.
Make sure you do that little pulse at the end if it's too easy for you.
And just go to where you're comfortable as well. This might load up some people's lower backs. So obviously don't push that. Halfway. Ten seconds.
Same in this exercise. Make sure you don't start off at 100 miles an hour. Just hold consistency throughout the whole set.
Yep. All right. So we're going to do that one more time through. So we're going to go in 10 seconds.
Now back to the elbow plank, guys.
Up, down, elbow plank.
Oh yeah. This is a new one for us.
All right. Yep. Oh, timing. Pressure.
It's not about speed, it's about control and doing it properly. You should have been
Halfway.
doing it a little bit easier this second time round if you got the hang of it that little bit more. I'm definitely feeling a bit better in the second one than the first one.
Woo, this is hurting my abs. 10 seconds. Yep.
Alright, back to the
20
crunch
seconds off.
rotations. Make sure you use the 20 seconds wisely.
10 seconds. 3 more exercises and we'll have a bit more of a longer break. Yep. You're on timing, I can't see.
Yeah. 10 seconds. And swap.
I've definitely got a better side.
Yeah.
Should really be starting to
5
feel
seconds.
a burn in your core.
Yep.
And have a nice little rest. We'll move on to the lunges again.
Make sure you're really focusing on your breathing as well through this.
Might add a little jump in these ones.
Ooh.
I felt pretty good in the first set, so we'll progress.
All right. Yep. You don't have to have your knee touch the floor either. Just as far down as you're comfortable.
Ooh, almost sacked it.
Oh. Halfway.
Oh, this is really hurting.
10
Yeah,
seconds.
so turns out jumping's much harder. 5.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, I'm not going
Clearly
to walk
not
tomorrow.
land-based animals. All right, leg raises. Last exercise before we have a longer break.
Yep. 5, 4, 3. Yep. 40 seconds.
Again, just do this however you're comfortable.
You should definitely be starting to feel it in your core now, particularly in your lower abs. Elise definitely is. Breathing quite heavy next to me.
Ow!
Yep.
Ugh. Couple of minutes.
Got 2 minutes off now, so if you need to stretch anything out, stretch it out. Or if you're like me and you just need a little sit.
Shake out everything as well, have a drink. Wipe the sweat away. Clearly breathing heavily here.
Yeah, take that 2 minutes to do some sits. As Jai Duffy, who's definitely watching, always used to say, the sits are the most important part of the gym program because you get a nice little recovery.
We really value the recovery. Also an active recovery when you're just talking and joking around while sitting down. It's always a bit of a lull. So 1.5 minutes.
Because I'm really
So
sweating.
the next set we're doing like 2 through again of 4 exercises like we just did. Oh man, okay, we're going to start with, you can explain it.
Alright, so we're going to start with some squat jumps, so just pretty simple. Just a squat and a jump. I can't go very low, but that's okay, I'll try. Then we'll do some seated rotations, which is just pretty, just like this. Try and hold your legs straight, and it just moves side to side. You can also, if it's easy, you can do it with a med ball or a dumbbell or anything that sort of has a bit of weight to it.
And you can have your feet on the ground if you're not comfortable, but obviously try and hover your feet up.
And then we're going to do a left side plank
For 40
for
seconds.
40 seconds and a right side plank for 40 seconds as well. So a little bit of legs and then a bit of core in this set.
The squat jumps are going to be interesting. So we'll go on 20. Jordan and I this morning were on the Chris Hemsworth app doing a few exercises. So a few of these are definitely stolen from him and his little posse. You've got to get involved in different apps, obviously.
10 seconds.
Squat jumps.
So watch out for your roof if you're really
Ready?
tall.
Yep. Try land light as well.
Whoopsies.
Whenever we're doing like box jumps at gym, so we're working on our, what is that? Not your speed, your power, I guess. You got to try and land light, so it's all about that transition. 10 seconds.
Oh, this is really hard.
5. Yep.
In that one as well, make sure when you're jumping, you try and keep your hips level and try and have the equal amount of pressure pushing up.
Okay, so seated rotations, 10 seconds.
These ones really trying to hold your core up.
2, 1, yep.
If you want to make it a little bit harder as well, you can hold your arms out, straighten them out a bit.
Just try and watch your movement side to side with your knees so you're not doing that. Whoop. Try and keep it as still as you can. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Five. Yep.
Alright. We'll move on to the left side plank now.
So I'm going to go 40 seconds on one side, 20 seconds rest, 40 seconds the other side. You're gonna go on your hand or your elbow.
Like this,
Yeah.
right on your elbow.
Yep. So you can put your arm up, arm down.
It's
You can go on
really,
your knees if you're struggling to get on your feet.
It's really important to try and keep your body in a nice straight line in this exercise. Not like this or like this.
And your elbow under your shoulder.
And your elbow under your shoulder. You can go like this if you want to as well. Sort of helps keep you in line, I think.
10 seconds. Yep. Whew. 20 seconds off. Ooh, getting sweaty. 10 seconds.
Ready to swap sides and same again, except on the opposite side, of course. Don't want to get uneven.
You can run. Try and stay relaxed. Yeah.
Make sure when you're doing planks and stuff, just staying relaxed helps a lot too. 20 seconds.
Oh, I am sweaty.
I'm like slipping over on the mat.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Finished.
We'll be back to the jump squats next.
It's quite sweaty up here. I feel like the people in Melbourne or down south maybe won't be as sweaty as us. Woo. We're up on the Gold Coast, so it's a little bit hot still. Squat jumps,
A
back
little
to
bit
squat jumps.
humid. Go.
So it's not about your height, it's just about getting off the floor and using the right muscles. Oh, we're in perfect opposite unison.
Oh, my legs are blowing up pretty bad.
Halfway.
When you start to blow up, just make sure you keep moving. Just get through it. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, nice work everyone. That's hurting me a fair bit, but got through it. Alright, back to the seated rotations now. Three, 2, 1. It always takes me a few seconds and a few reps to get the rhythm in this exercise. I find when I start, I always swing my legs around a little bit too much. 20 seconds. Make sure you're getting the same range on both sides.
Yep.
Back to that left side plank now. Another 40 seconds.
2 more rounds through. Left side or right side then left side, whichever way. Alright,
I like to just keep it consistent and start on my left side again.
I'm mixing it up.
Remember to stay relaxed. Hold your shape in the body.
Again, if you're struggling to be on your feet, you can drop down to your knees, but you're still working that side of your core. Or you can bring your arm down. Just make sure you're getting your technique right rather than
10
focusing
seconds.
on just trying to be a hero.
Yep. Switch sides.
And some stretches like this.
Yeah, I think I'll need some
Clearly
hip
hurting.
flexor stretches. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Yep. Last hard 40 seconds of the session, and we'll move on to some nice relaxing stretching. Something that we should all do more of, but probably don't do enough of. That doesn't really make sense.
Halfway. 20 seconds to go. I'm a little bit jealous. I can hear our next door neighbours in the swimming pool. Devo. I feel like I'm in a swimming pool
10
right
seconds.
now.
3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Nice work, everyone. That's
Good job.
the main hard section of the session over. We'll give it 2 minutes like we did after the first set, and then we'll move on to some stretching and just some...
Clearly quite sweaty.
Yeah, my legs are smashed.
I think it's really important as well to kind of think, like, obviously we're so used to going to training every day, morning and night, and being there, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours every session. But it's so cool to obviously be at home and be having a little bit of fun at home and know you can still really sweat hard in 18 minutes of work. So
Definitely what I've learned in the last sort of few weeks is you definitely don't need a lot of gym equipment or anything to make a session hard. You just need a few little things definitely help, and you can do a lot of body weight stuff that really gets you sweating and gets your heart going as well. Alright, in 20 seconds, just start with a nice little hip flexor stretch. We'll just do like 20 seconds each side.
always make sure as well when you're doing a gym session or a run or whatever, make sure you stretch it out at the end. It means you can back up a little bit better after.
Yeah, that's something I definitely need to work on, is the recovery and the stretching. I'm pretty bad at it, so
Yeah. We all are.
so just make sure in the hip flexor stretch, if it's really tight, you just ease into it slowly. You should feel it in the top of your hip, on the front of your hip sort of thing.
To bring on more of a stretch, you can chuck your arm up and lean away from it, and it really brings it down through here.
Swap legs.
You'll probably feel one side versus the other, you're a lot different. I know my right side I can really feel more of a stretch, whereas my left side's a little bit more flexible. It's definitely something I need to work on.
Alright, we'll swap again. Just do 2 times 20 seconds each side. And then we'll swap over and we'll do a bit of a hamstring stretch as well. And hamstrings are super important for kayaking, surprisingly, because you're always in a seated position and your hamstrings tend to tighten up a lot.
Swap over.
Swap over. Should be able to, after a couple of times stretching, you should be able to feel your hip just open up that little bit. Alright, move on to the hamstring stretch quickly. This is pretty important stretch, I think, for most sports or in general. If you have flexible hamstrings, you don't get lower back pain. Just reach across and try and reach the outside of your foot. If you can get your nose on your knee, that's awesome.
Amazing.
I can't, but
No. So this will get like your hamstring kind of behind your knee, and you can also get a little bit of your, I think it's your QL around your back. So it's a bit of an all-rounder stretch. Jordan's hopeless with his hamstring stretches. I think the only time I ever see him stretch actually is with hamstrings, and his hamstrings are still tight.
yeah, I'm not gifted with flexibility, that's for sure.
Not many of us are. Again, we were doing like a core workout the other day on an app, and we were doing it with our housemates, and the lady demonstrating was so flexible. It was a little bit unrealistic.
Yeah, we definitely had the odds stacked against us in that.
One more round through.
Really try to just reach around that little bit more and get that little bit more of a stretch.
And if you work your breathing into it, whenever you breathe out, you should be able to reach a little bit further. I feel like it's all probably stuff everyone's heard before. Last little bit.
And swap legs.
Oh yeah, way more flexible now. Ooh. Bit of birds chirping, bit of serenity.
Oh, the Serenity's beautiful.
Ah, the serenity.
Alright.
Cool.
Alright, I think that'll do us for today. I'm pretty sweaty.
Oh, pretty sweaty. Jordan's got sweat dripping off his dripping off his nose. I guess thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Yeah, really enjoyed it, and yeah, we might be seeing you around next week for a few more sessions, and we'll try and mix it up a little bit. So this is all sort of new to us, doing sort of gym and exercises without any apparatus. So hopefully we yeah, we'll pick up a few new things between now and then.
Any recommendations? Flick them through. We're willing to listen and learn, but hope you're all having fun, because we certainly are. It's a little bit of a laugh, and that's what exercising's all about. You got to have fun and enjoy it, and obviously you can be serious, but you got to have a smile on your face as well.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you, and we'll post the workout in the comments so you can have it at home as well. Cheers.
See ya.
Peace out.